Welcome and thank you, dearest youngsters, for giving me another chance, another day of being with you. Like every day, let us spend 3 4 minutes in our chants. Then the two thoughts, one for ourselves, another from Bhagavad Gita for our own empowerment. Omkara thrice. Om. 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 ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 गुरुमन्त्र गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. To remove obstacles, ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः. विद्याप्राप्ति. ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा. ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः. हनुमान जी. ॐ बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वम् अरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत् स्मरणात् भवेत्. Sharan Navaratri, Devi Mantras. 3 we have learned: Shakti, Buddhi, and Shraddha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shaktirupena Samsthita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. O Mother, bless all this wonderful youth with all the Shaktis required for their success. ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. O Mother, bless all of them with the right buddhi discrimination, where to rightly utilize all the shaktis and resources for success. ॐ या देवी सर्वभूतेषु श्रद्धारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. O Mother, bless all the youth, never to have even a hair-like crack in their shraddha on themselves, in their shraddha about their own abilities, talents, values, goodness, and in their shraddha of the great goals they have chosen for their life. May they not lose the Shraddha in parents, in the Guru, in the Shastra, in the great Sanatana Dharma, as well as the Divine Lord. Thank you, friends. Now, today's thought is very simple. We are in our own enthusiasm as a youth. With all our efforts and what do you say, the attempts, one thing we can make as a habit is what? Look for the elders. Look at the elders. Don't run away from them. Then, if you don't like to listen from them, their words of advice or experience, never mind. But look at them. They were also young at one time. Now, dekhte dekhte, they became old. And time never spares anyone. So, after few years, we also become old. In their own youth, they also had energies, ideas, goals. But whatever they could implement, that gave result. Now they are in front of you. The elders between the age of 60, 70, every type you can see. Full of disease you can see, full of weaknesses you see, full of failures persons you can see, criminals you can see. Same time, a saintly people you can see, highly great people even serving the entire nation, guiding the globe you can see, rich people, money, position. So they were also like us one time. We will also be like them one time. Age wise, we will grow. But what each of them in their achievement depended on what they did with all the resources that they had. So, what is wrong, harm in us in trying to that way see them and learn from them? I'm not forcing you or advising you to go and talk to them and learn from their experiences. That is by a very highly matured youngsters. You can be so, you're always welcome. But at least see and then silently learn. Do you want to be like those non positive elders? Yes, then do whatever nonsense they did. Life is yours. No, no, no. You see those great achievers. You want to be like that? Ah, yeah, yeah. Then choice is yours. And every day is oozing away. Every day's opportunities are coming and going away. Each day, whatever we do is alone adding to our great future. In each day of our lethargy, laziness, non performance distractions are the ones which are going to create a failure in our life. And it is ours. जो भी है आपके हाथ में. Keep that in mind. Hmm. Your own ability, skills, and inspiration, seeing them and then implement. Let you, not necessarily the outside, but inside, be a person of joy because of success. What is the inner joy, inner success? That I tried my best. Is it not? Any of the good, noble efforts. While putting, they always are painful and very difficult. यार क्या है? लेकिन when you do that, the result when it is so spectacular, you enjoy and you congratulate yourself. So too, all the temporary indulgences, pleasures, while involving maja maja, after that saja saja. यार मैंने क्यों कर बैठा? Use it not. Let us have that discrimination. And a wisdom is what? Do those things even though they are difficult now, which will give you the self respect later on. And let us not do those things which though appear to be attractive, pleasurable now, but afterwards we will end up in regrets and guilts. Such a small wisdom, but it is wisdom. Wisdom bits are very small always, but their effect if used are great, great. Okay, this is one thought we just discussed. Now, from Gita, we will conclude today the chapter 1. I'll just, as a synopsis, only tell you Gita has 18 chapters. Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna gave that knowledge to Arjuna in that battlefield. In the first chapter, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, it is everything about Arjuna, a typical youngster like you and me with all abilities, talents, enter into the field of activity to succeed. But seeing the situation end, he gets bogged up and he loses all his shraddha in the goal, his inspiration to work, and every of his personality layers with all his abilities and readiness. They are just gone away. They prove to be ineffective to themselves. They don't want to work, they want to run away, they even want to commit suicide like. Typical Arjuna sthiti. Now, to such Arjuna, Lord empowers him in every aspect and sees that Arjuna fights the war and succeeds. And that all is the entire Gita, which we are going to see every day, little by little from tomorrow. Huge, whole 18 chapters we are studying together. It may take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, I don't know. Like this first chapter, every chapter's essence only I will tell you, then important shlokas from which we get inspiration. Okay? Now what happened? Though Arjuna was that way almost kim no rajyena kim bhogai jivitena va, committing almost suicidal, what he did was luckily he surrendered to the Lord. Then he heard from the Lord the wisdom and he understood, he got convinced, he practiced and he succeeded. All that will come from second chapter tomorrow. But in the first chapter, while justifying his running away from this duty of war, what reasons he gave? All the reasons are given at wrong place, wrong time, but they are all worthy and valuable. Those reasonings. And them we are studying and learning as lessons for us. Among them, we have seen what toward the last few slokas he said, Lord, is it for the sake of the lobha, greed, that we should kill our own mitra and do droha to them and also our own people, relatives, swajanam? How can we do that? So that means what? For the sake of greed, we should not trouble our friends and relatives. Second one was, is what he said, ki kulakshe krutam dosha mitra katam nagne asmavihi, then dharme naste kulam krushnam adharmo bhavatyuta adharma bhavat krishna pradushyanti kulastriyaha stri srishta suvarshneya jayate varna sankaraha sankaro narakayeva kulagnanam kulasya cha atanti pitro hesham lupta pindodaka kriyaha doshairetai kulagnanam varna sankara karakaihi उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्माः कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वताः उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां मनुष्याणां जनार्दन नरके अनियतं वासः भवतीति अनुशुश्रुम. These are the very sublime, very detailed slokas. They have to be researched upon in a scientific manner on each sloka and its meaning. Now that's a huge thing when you are with me in some of the ashram. Sit and discuss every word, its literal meaning, its grammatical meaning, its indicative meaning, some examples of various stories. अब बहुत बड़ा पढ़ाई होगा वो. All that we will not do, but as a summary, what we do is first basic principle. What is the basic principle is, let us not create naraka, hell, for ourselves inside and outside, for anybody outside or inside. Naraka means naraha kayanti dukkha. Okay, and when are we subjected to the inner naraka of regrets or guilts or failures and frustrations, depressions, rejections? And when do we create these things to the world and how to avoid them? These are the four why things Arjuna mentions here. In that, they're very simple. And each one's logic, you find it. Why should I tell everything? You are genius, youth, it is a homework to you. I will only mention the words. What did he say? That if this is what I do the mistake, I will go to Naraka. I don't want to go by doing these mistakes. What are the things, Ki we have killed our own people, one. Because of which the entire the lineage of dharma got destroyed. Because of which nobody were there to protect the women folk. Because of which entire admixture of the things happened, because of which all our elders ancestors who left this body and looking from up above, there's nobody to value them, there's nobody to offer pinda ityadi to them. So in this way, doshaihi etaihi, these are the dosha. What I mentioned now from the Gita's earlier slokas are summarized by Arjuna in one shloka. This shloka tells us these are the mistakes. If we commit, we will have naraka inside of doing wrong. We will create naraka around also. Even the ancestors, our elders also, they become dukhi looking from up above. What are they? One is kulagna. Second one is what? Varna sankara. Third, jati dharma. Fourth, kula dharma nashanam. What is the summary of it is what? Look back and see how glorious, grand is our own ancient humanity of the whole universe. Everywhere they were not there, they were only in the Aryan nation, therefore, our own ancestors. See and understand how great, grand, glorious, noble life they lived and the values of life they preached. They indicated to us the outer goals, inner goals. They told us also how a moral, beautiful, ethical life has to be lived. So, first thing Arjuna says is, if you forget the past and past glory, then you don't have the parameter to decide for yourself. You don't have the support or the comparison from where we have to learn. Therefore, in the present, in our own wrong thinking, we take wrong decisions, do wrong thing, and suffer. So first is what? Our ancient dharma, ancient acharana, ancient beautiful lifestyle and lakshana are the lakshyas. As a youth, we have to be custodians to them. First. Second, in the present. From the past, we have to learn what we have to learn, it is said. Second, in the present, let us not, because of the grades, etc., for anything, miss our own values and also trouble the people around, and later on feel regretted and guilty in the heart. This is the second one. Third one is what? These ancient values which we have learned and practiced, we ourselves have to become the preachers of them through practice to subsequent generations. Seeing that all the ancestors, not only they are happy, when we finish our job, like in a cricket field, we are sent to bat. First ball duck out. Not even the photographer will focus the cameraman focus the camera on you. But hit a century and hit the winning ball, winning runs. If you score, everybody gives standing ovation. Is it not? They get up and clap. Yesterday, so you saw the match, India South Africa, first one day, and also the other legendary matches and all. No, when we go back to from where we came to the higher lokas, the Pitru Devasas should clap and welcome us. Well done, my boys. You have not only were there, you also studied how we lived life. Accordingly, you lived and you have passed on this baton to the next generation and you came. We congratulate you. That is the meaning here says, Ki Lukta Pindodaka Kriyaha. The Pinda Pradana to our elders is what? Living the noble lives which they taught and passing on them to next generation. If this is not done, only because of we like something, we love something, or somebody told us, in this way, misguided, if we live our life, it is like what? Blind leading blind, blind following blind. Both of them fall in the ditch only. Is it not? अंधे को अंधा गाइड करा है दोनों गिर जाएंगे. Is it not? So in the chapter 1 Arjuna speaks all that. When I fight with each of them, all of us will be killed. Then there will be nobody to pass on the great grand noble ideas of the earlier ancestors, and they also from up above they look and feel very bad. And also the women folk have nobody to protect them. They'll be disturbed and all. Then in this way, the Jati Dharma, Kula Dharma, Varna Dharma, human Dharma, all of them when they are destroyed, there is no human race. Though human beings are there, everything will be demonic and rakshasic only. So let us not do all that. Arjuna takes all these as reasons to justify his going away from the war. That aspect is not correct, but the things which he said are very correct. That an ideal youngster is he who not only is visualizing a materialistic goal for himself, that goal should be giving fetching money, name and fame to him. Not only that goal should serve the world also in terms of the prosperity. Not only that, a healthy youngster is he, a matured youngster is he. Along with the outer achievements, he minds the inner values also. He minds the tradition also, the culture also, which is developed with all the hard efforts by the ancients. No, it is, yes, see, the problem for the youngsters is what? They have to alone have to study. They only have to get the job. They only have to work hard and earn money. They only have to support the people around. They alone are again are the ones who are given the responsibility of passing on the culture and tradition also. Because what can the children do who are yet to grow? What can the oldies do who don't have any energy or time left? है ना 70-60 years वाले अब वो गिन रहे हैं दिन वो लोग. Therefore, whether you like it or not, many of us don't like. Again, it is our responsibility only. What is India? What is Indian culture? What is the ultimate goal envisaged? And how they tell us to live day to day. And how they tell us to live with our own friends, our own relatives, our own family members, our own colleagues. यार ये सब धर्म जाने बिना कैसे जीते हो तुम? हर जगह गलती करते हुए. There are values given. There are system given. There are the goals told. There are the guidances given to how protect ourselves when unexpected things happen around. इन सबको हमको जानकर एक dignified जीवन हर पल हर दिन जीना है. That is called an ideal youth. We can try for that. Now, lastly, what Arjuna says, Ahovata महत् पापं कर्तुं व्यवसिता वयं यत् राज्य सुखलोभेन हंतुम स्वजनमुद्यताः. Thank God time पे मेरा दिमाग काम किया. We would have done a biggest mistake of for the sake of our own this Rajya Sukha. We were about to kill our own people. Thank God my buddhi has awakened. I have rightly in on time I have realized. Therefore I will not fight the war. And he says, Yadi mam apratikaram hashastram shastrapaneha dhatarashtraha ranehanyu tatme kshemadharmavet. He says, it is good for me. I will not lift my bow and arrow. Let the bow and arrow lifted Duryodhanadi. Let them kill me, but I am not going to fight with them. Yadi mam apratikaram ashastram. I don't do pratikara. I will not take the shastra astra to do pratikara. But the other side, shastrapaneha dasrashraha. These Dhritarashtra children with all the astra shastra, Rane in this Yudhya Hanyuhu, let them kill me. That is better to me. I am not going to kill. I am not going to fight the war. Now, this is what is the misguidance we get from within and outside when a very difficult situation demands our presence to help us. Can anybody like that say? That is what happened. While protecting our country, while protecting our culture, while protecting our religion, while protecting our own traditions, we have become weak like this Arjuna. We said, "Ki let them kill me, but I will not retaliate." Remember, if you don't protect yourself good, it is better for you to die. So too, if our living is not for protecting our all these glorious things, that person an utter selfish fellow, living like an animal only. कैसे भाग सकते हो तुम रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज से? कैसे भाग सकते हो तुम ड्यूटीज से? कैसे भाग सकते हो फ्रॉम द ह्यूमन लाइफ एंड बिहेवियर and enter into the animalistic life from where we have grown? From the animal life to a human, we have grown in thousands of evolutionary lives. Now you want to go back? There is no dignity, there is no respect, there is no values. कुछ नहीं है, पशु की तरह बस जी रहे. अब बताए जाते हैं तो कहते हैं नहीं स्वामी जी, I don't want to listen to all that. And yet there is called as mind. It is very powerful. It's a very dangerous. If you don't properly culture or train it, it will destroy you and everybody. I don't want to understand mind. I don't want to understand my intellect. I don't want to regulate my energies. I just want to squander them away. It is my freedom. Nobody should stop me. Then what can anybody do when you have decided to destroy yourself? Arjuna here, when he wants to run away from the war, it indicates that a youth wanting to run away from all the good, great, grand, noble responsibilities which will make me stand out in the world with all achievements and name and fame. A youth cannot be running away person. He should be aggressively taking all the responsibilities for himself, his family, entire society, and then work towards that. Remember, the joy should be always in the noble activities performances. How can be there is joy in giving up responsibilities and indulgences? Is not the study our responsibility? Is not excelling in our result our responsibility? Is it not outwitting ourselves and getting the job our responsibility? Is it not maintaining our good bank balance our responsibility? Isn't our responsibility to mind our parents? अरे कुछ नहीं कर रहे हो पर क्या कर रहे हो? 24 घंटे टीवी देखते, सेलफोन देखते हैं. You can see your own future observing this. Ki what are you doing? But there are some great youngsters. I think they are in front of me only. They enjoy life, but not irresponsibly. They know the position of the enjoyment of the life and also the importance of making glorious future for themselves and the world. They are not cowards and running away people. Arjuna want to run away. Krishna said, just shut up, you stand and fight your own war. हमें अपनी जिंदगी के जंग को खुद लड़कर जीतना है, जंग लगने नहीं देना. In Hindi, janga means yuddha. Urdu in janga means that rust. Let us not allow our life to get rusted, please. Take responsibilities. Know the responsibility, take them and fulfill them. And we will see from tomorrow how Krishna starts scolding Arjuna in the first two shlokas and slowly empowers him. Chapter 2. Before that, in the last sloka, Sanjaya tells Dhritarashtra, your plan succeeded, sir. You told me to corrupt the mind of Pandavas. I could not do it for all four, though I spoke to all. But Arjuna is the only one. He heard all what you said. His mind got totally corrupted. He entered into his attachment to everyone. Therefore, he lost all his inspiration to fight the war. And I could see that exactly it happened that he left his bow and arrow and sat at the front place of the Ratha, telling to Krishna, "Hey Bhagavan, mai nahi ladunga." So almost he entered into intellectual, physical, psychological coma, which you wanted to achieve. Because if Arjuna is active dynamic, he will finish all the Kauravas, they will get the kingdom, you will lose your children. That's the idea with which you sent me. I did all that, it happened also. So Sanjay says, Eva Muktva Arjuna Sankhye Rathopasthe Upavishata Visrujya Sasharam Chapam Shoka Samvigna Manasaha. So influenced by your words through me, and this way having spoken to Krishna, एवं उक्त्वा अर्जुन संख्ये मतलब युद्ध में विसृज स शरम चापम, शर चाप धनुर्बाण को छोड़कर शरम छोड़ दिया, उसने बेशरम हो गया. शोक संविघ्न मानस रथोपस्थे उपाविशत, in the front portion of Ratha, giving a bow and arrow, fell down and was in drowned in the shoka without even one arrow part or arrow shot. He was shoka संविघ्न manas. So it is in the medical language, Arjuna is totally entered into coma of non-functioning. Or in the other language, overpowered by the situation around, he lost every of the ability capacity inside. He says, "मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता हूँ." From that stage of absolute non-performance or lethargy, through Geeta, Lord Krishna awakened Arjuna to such a level that nothing in front was big challenge to him. He fought out and he defeated, he won. That greatest aushadhi, adrenaline. In the sports person sometimes get into those dopings to make the activities fast, and they are caught and they are barred or their medals are taken away. Doping. Bhagavad Gita is such an inspiring thing. A person of coma status like Arjuna also can jump up and take up the responsibilities and duties, work and achieve. So the youth of today need this type of continuous empowering information and inspiration from Gita, so that they never give up. They understand the goals and means, they manage themselves, they bring out all inner ability, resources, talents, and achieve success in every field they choose. In every success of theirs is a respectful offering to the entire mankind or the universe or the nation. Should we be like that? If yes, come from tomorrow. What I'll do tomorrow is, in short, summarizing what is the problem of Arjuna. Therefore, every of us youth, where do we go wrong or mistakes, how to rectify. Then, how Bhagavan starts empowering Arjuna. I will tell you some of the shlokas are very, very inspiring, worthy of remembering every day. तो कल आ जाओ, हम साथ में पढ़ेंगे. दिस इज हाउ अर्जुना मेड विषादा into yoga. By realizing that Lord Krishna is there, I can get guidance from him. Not only theoretically he heard the guidance, but he understood, digested, took up all that and came back into his senses and fought the war and became successful. So the Vishada of failure is converted into the yoga of success by Arjuna with the help of Geeta. That is what we are going to see. Okay. Now Navaratras for today. Today we'll ask the mother to give us Shanti. Let there be dynamic peace amidst all the dynamic active performance. सब करते रहेंगे, फिर भी अंदर के आपा शांति को नहीं खोना. And the whole universe should be dynamically progressing without disturbing the peace. So there is no happiness without peace. Peace is more greater than Ananda. There may be Ananda sometime because of sense pleasures without any peace. But wherever there is peace, there is always happiness. Therefore, more greater than happiness is the peace. So let us ask Mother to give us the Shanti and the reasons for the Shanti of all maturities, all understanding. The Shanti is an outcome of a great understanding. We will see some other time. तो या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शांति रूपेण संस्थिता. So first day was Shakti, then second day Buddhi, yesterday Shraddha, today Shanti. Next 5 days, 5 more things we learn. So Mother, if you really intensely pray, she will give that peace and quiet. Peace is not lethargy. Peace is not laziness. Peace is not sleepiness. Peace is not non-performance. Peace is a dynamic activity with full balance and maturity without losing control of anything. Like a driver driving car at 120 peacefully, but he's managing everything. He's observing the road, he's seeing the turns, he's seeing the traffic coming from the other side, he's observing about who is overtaking. सब चल रहा है बट डायनामिकली एक्शन चल रहा है, but शांति नहीं खोया. Every highly achieved person, he actively involves in the thing without losing the peace. There's a doctor on the operation table, there's a scientist discovering something, there's an army person on the borders, a sports person. They're highly peaceful inside, then only they can aggressively act outside. That peace we are talking about. Okay. Om ya devi sarva bhutesho shanti rupena samsthita namastasyai 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 namo namah. Om ya devi sarva bhutesho shanti rupena samsthita namastasyai 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 namo namah. Om ya devi sarvabhuteshu shantirupeణ samsthita namastasyai 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 namo namaha. Thank you one and all. May your lives be filled with all success and joys. This will be our intense prayer, and for that, at our level, whatever we can do, we are there always to support you with all the love. Thank you, friends.